Hello everyone, my name is Shangamuffin for all who don't know, and welcome to another video. In today's video, we'll be going over the year to which I think was the best year for old school RuneScape updates, to which that answer goes to 2017. Let's get into it. Obviously, this is an opinion-based video, so I'm going to be absolutely biased. If you think that there is a better year in terms of updates, feel free to voice your opinion below in the comment section. Alright, let's officially get into it now. Coming in at our first update is of course some of the best content in the game, Chambers of Xeric. What would be a video with me without a mention of this piece of content? I mean, this is basically me when I don't mention Chambers of Xeric in a video. Also, I've done so many videos on it, I might as well continue the trend. Anyways, back on topic. Chambers of Xeric was first introduced on January 5th. Chambers was historical for the game as a whole, raising the PVM ceiling, introducing new and exciting items, as well as providing a piece of in-depth content that can be experienced with a wide variety of your friends, as well as creating the first ever raid in old school RuneScape. Not to mention, this content was seen as some of the best money in the game. It still holds up to that statement for today, but unfortunately past its prime for those prayer scroll drops. But that twisted bow though, still worth a lot of money. Chambers was seen as a positive impact onto the community, allowing players to spend their time experiencing a fun new environment with new toys to play with. In addition to that, there's still new things learned every single day, as well as there's still a wide variety of new players being introduced to this piece of content as the days move forward. With that guys, let's move on to the second update. This is an update that some of you may have forgotten about. Although its items are not fully used everywhere, there are 4 items that come to mind that are extremely helpful for your adventures across RuneScape. This update on the 2nd of February introduced silver jewelry. The items in question more specifically that people often use are the Amulet of Chemistry, Bracelet of Slaughter, the Burning Amulet, and the Dodgy Necklace. The Amulet of Chemistry allows you to make a 4-dose potion instead of a 3-dose when training Herblore. At only a 5% chance of occurring, it still allows you to make a little extra money for a skill that requires so much money in the first place. The Bracelet of Slaughter has a chance that a kill towards your Slayer task does not count, allowing you to train more at a particular boss or monster that you wish to camp at. For the Burning Amulet, it provides a wide variety of useful teleports to the wilderness. And finally, the Dodgy Necklace, which allows 25% from a failed pickpocket from stunning and damaging you, making this a decent item to have while training such an annoying skill because I absolutely hate thieving. Overall, a great update as I use some of these items on a daily basis depending on the content I'm performing. Coming up for the third update, you'll absolutely have to be delusional if you think that this update isn't the best quality of life update to ever exist. I'm talking about the shift click drop update. Yes, that one where you drop all the iron ore you're power mining, all the fish at Barbarian Outpost, and even those vials if you still haven't learned to smash them from that one Barbarian because you feel that having the vials in your inventory helps you in the long run. This update actually made mod Matt K rethink what exactly the players want within the game.
So, in the inverse, is there anything that passed the poll that you, in retrospect, regret?
There was one thing which made me realise that I didn't understand the game anymore. And that was when shift-click drop passed the poll. Wow, okay. That, I think, was a time when I was like, that's it. I'm not in touch with what the community want anymore. Because my understanding was always that was almost like the difficult part of the game that kept the balance of all the other things in the game. I sat there and I was like, I can't believe it. And it passed overwhelmingly as well. I was like, I can't believe how out of touch I must be. And that made me think that, you know, I shouldn't rely on what I believed anymore. That's when I needed to start relying more on what the community managers were telling me.
I'm sorry, Matt, but this was one of them. It's just such a nice feature that it helps in the long term, and I couldn't pass up. Coming in at number 4 is another quality of life update. And again, anyone that says that this update is bad or terrible or
Oh my god, opening up a new tab to look at the map is easy. You all are just lazy.
Deserves to be examined for their mental health. This little button right here, this globe was such a great thing that Mod Ash worked on. Having the availability to see the world of Gielinor on the client without needing to open a web browser was a great introduction. This is something that we all take for granted. Seeing where these travel routes take us in Keldagrim has never been easier, as well as seeing the exact locations of where our clue scroll step is. This update was one of the greatest things to ever come out of 2017. Thank you, Mod Ash. For number 5, it's approaching its 4th year of being live and active, with it being the biggest struggle for PVM. I'm referring to the Inferno. Introduced on June 1st, and still kicking everyone's ass no matter how much experience you have. This item is seen as an icon for those that have either spent countless hours learning the waves, understanding the resource conservation that's needed, as well as knowing full well that one prey flick will ultimately ruin your run. Or you could just be like me, not give a damn and say, I'm not returning, here's my Justice Shear, enjoy those 0 hits on me. The Inferno was something we'd never seen before, and getting the Inferno cape was a challenge that everyone can defeat, but it depends on how willing you're wanting to go. To have you achieve the best in slot melee cape with its prestigious and amazing looks, it's a great challenge that I recommend for all of you to try. Just keep going. You need to persevere in order to overcome the greatest PVM challenge in all of old school RuneScape. I did it, and so can you. Here's an update that some of you may have forgotten about, but actually during this year Fossil Island was introduced. I'm gonna be honest, I don't particularly do any content on this place, but I do know it's a great location for Ironman with a seaweed farm, as well as anyone that's looking to train mining in a different way through Volcanic Mine. As well as this place introduced the new Wyverns, allowing for diversity pertaining to training Slayer or combat to obtain the new drops that these monsters give, such as the Wyvern Visage and Granite Boots. Unfortunately, I can't say much else pertaining to this update as I don't have an Ironman account. All I know is that Ironman do love it, and we lost a friend here due to his downward spiral. But he's making a comeback, so we're all good. The last notable update in my opinion for this year that I feel needs to be addressed is the Chaos Altar. This is the altar in the wilderness by the Chaos Fanatic, where there is a 50% chance that the bones you offer will be saved and be used again for an offering. This resulted in extremely fast prayer training, as well as a prime hotspot for PKing for those hoping to find someone with their entire bone stack on them to get rich quick. It changed the meta for Ironman, as well as just offers a different way for those wanting to train prayer. All about that high risk and high reward. Well guys, that's the end of this video. Hopefully you found something useful in this video, as well as hopefully you learned something. In addition to that guys, I hope that you have a wonderful day. My name is Shankamuffin. I'm signing out. Please enjoy this outro.